All right, everyone. Hello and welcome to our Fresh Finds class today. I'm Shana, one of the dietitians, and so happy to have you along. I'm always excited for our classes, but excited to be back here in the new year. I was with Jenna last week for coffee chat, but this is my first solo class of the year, so it's good to be back at it here with you guys. And I love the topic for today. Lots of reasons. It's Fresh Finds. Number one. Number two, we're going to be chatting about mocktails. Number three, we're going to be talking about cranberries, one of my favorite things. So I am ready, and I hope you are as well. I already gave you a little sneak peek, but here is the official agenda. Okay, so for our Fresh Finds class during the month of January, we have been focusing on what we call power sips. And I will get more into what that means here in a moment. But the particular one that I'm going to be highlighting today would be the mocktail. And we're going to create some recipes featuring Ocean Spray Zero Sugar. So we're going to chat a little bit about them as well. And there is the name of that recipe we're going to create at the end, the Sparkling Berry Punch. It's going to be a good time. But let's start off with this concept of power sip. What does that mean? What a power sip is, okay, that's just our little lingo for the theme of the class. But what it really breaks down to is what we would call a functional beverage. And maybe you've heard that, especially this time of year in January when folks have some new goals or new ideas about what they should be eating or drinking. You may have heard this term functional beverage. And what that really means is that it is a beverage that gives you benefits beyond just hydration, right? We need to stay hydrated for lots of reasons. Water, of course, being the primo option with that, but there are a lot of other beverage choices out there. And so we want to be making sure that we're picking ones that are going to, as I said, give us some other benefits as well. So in our classes so far, in case you've missed it, you can check back on our YouTube channel. Jenna kicked us off with talking about coffee and the benefits of that, one of her favorite things. And then Charlotte chatted last week all about smoothies. That's a popular one in my household. I'm talking today about the mocktail, and then Joni is going to wrap us up next week talking about tea. I really love all of these things. I'm all about the functional beverage. Our hope is that through these classes that you learn some more about them and find some ways to include them into your day too. Coffee might not be hard for you to include. Tea might not be hard for you to include, but maybe you're like mocktails. What do I do with that? It's something that I chat about a lot in classes, and sometimes I wonder, do folks really follow through and make them or not? I'm a big fan of them, so let me tell you why here, okay? They are simply a non-alcoholic cocktail, all right? So if you're someone who enjoys going out socially, maybe other folks are drinking, that's not your cup of tea, and you're looking for a different beverage, a mocktail could be a good choice for you. Or if you just want to create something fun at home for yourself that doesn't involve alcohol, something for the kids, for the grandkids, this can be a really great option of a fun drink. Um, I loved this a few months ago. I know I talk about Disney all the time now, but when my family was in Disney, I was getting mocktails every place we went. So it's just a fun way to have something a little different than water all the time. So what goes into a mocktail? Usually it's going to be some type of juice. And then oftentimes you can add a seltzer or some type of sparkling water. And then we really like to jazz them up in the dietitian world, of course, with some sort of fruit, whether that be fresh fruit, you can use canned fruit, frozen fruit, whatever you have on hand. I really like the concept of the frozen fruits because then you can just pull them out of your freezer whenever you're feeling like having a little something different. Canned, of course, also being a great option. Just make sure that you get that canned fruit in natural juices. All right, we want to try to avoid the heavy syrups or even the light syrup. And then obviously fresh is always a good choice too. So why would a mocktail be considered a power sip or a functional beverage? What benefits is it giving us? And really, we're going to be getting the benefits from either the juice or the fruits or both. Okay, so it's going to give us a little bit of vitamin power. Usually, the vitamin that's highlighted in juices and, of course, in a lot of fruits would be vitamin C. Really wonderful to be having this time of year as we're trying to boost our immune systems a bit. Also, some antioxidant powers, which vitamin C is an antioxidant as well. So, when we're talking about juices, we do need to be mindful that some juices can give us added calories, whether that is from natural sugar or added sugars, all of that stuff. So, my suggestions when adding juices to mocktails is we want to pick one of these two or both. We want to look for something that is either a 100% juice or a juice that has no sugar added or zero sugar. Okay, so any of those options would be really, really great for a mocktail. And the one we're going to be focusing on today is a zero sugar option. I think that this will be lovely in any type of mocktail, and that is Ocean Spray's new zero sugar line. Ocean Spray is known for their cranberries with over 700 farmer families in their co-op. I've watched a lot of videos on their website. This is a kind of embarrassing but not so embarrassing story. I went through a phase of like having dreams of being a cranberry farmer one day. I know it seems wild, but I just think it's so cool. I love the process. I love learning about it. I love cranberries. I have not reached that goal yet of being a cranberry farmer, obviously, because I'm here with you guys now, but I love this dream too. Um, all of that to say, though, big fan of Ocean Spray. All of their beverages start with a base of cranberry juice in this line. And as mentioned, there's no added sugar. These products are sweetened with stevia, which is a natural no calorie sweetener. So there's only 5 calories per serving, and it's considered to be an excellent source of that vitamin C. Now, in this picture here, you can see this is just the straight cranberry juice from that line, but there are others, and we're going to highlight those today too when we're making this sparkling berry punch. So links to the recipes are here, but you will also get this presentation with the ingredients and directions laid out, as you can see as well. So here are the ingredients. We're going to be using one of these juices. You can pick whichever one that you would like to make this sparkling berry punch. Kind of think of it as being like a sangria in a way. If you want to go full-blown sangria, I would suggest maybe using the mixed berry. And I will tell you guys that the mixed berry, I haven't gotten to try it yet because it must be a super popular flavor. The store that I was out this morning, completely out of it. Folks love it in this area, okay? It is on sale right now, so definitely probably another reason why. But I think that the mixed berry would be a great base for this, the regular cranberry as well. Today I'm going to make 2 different versions of this, one using the regular cranberry and then one using the pink cranberry, okay, which we'll talk more about pink cranberry juice in a moment. But as you can see, it has that sangria vibe, but we're going to be adding other fruits to it in the way of strawberries, blackberries, some frozen cherries. Like I mentioned, frozen fruit is great to put into mocktails, as well as a lime, and then down there, some lemon lime seltzer. Okay, so here are the directions to make it as is in that recipe link, all right, where we're just mixing the berries at the bottom of a punch bowl, adding the juice on top, as well as the lime, and then when you're ready to drink it, you add the seltzer. I think that doing it this way could be great for a Galentine's or a Valentine's party coming up, or whatever it might be in the way of that, if you're looking for something fresh and cold, okay? But today, I don't know about where you guys are, but it is super cold outside. and maybe you want a little bit of a warm-up change up, okay? So I'm going to be demonstrating both today, where you could make this either in a slow cooker or on the stove top. If you decide to go that direction, I would say skip the seltzer at the end. I don't think it would hold up well with the heat when you enjoy it warm. So lots of options. And we are going to go ahead and dig into both of them right now. So let me stop sharing this screen and we will pull up my ingredients over here. As you can see, here is that regular cranberry as well as the pink cranberry. Now I want to make both versions for you guys and try them both. So we're going to start with the warmed up version. Like I said, you could do this. Let me move you over to the stove. You could do this in a crock pot and like let it sit all day. And let me move this a little bit more. Sorry, guys. Let it sit all day. Make your house smell really good. All of that. I think it'd be lovely on a snow day. But I want to try it right now. So I'm going to do mine on the stove top instead. So recipe calls for some diced up strawberries. If you're going to make the whole batch, you want half of a 16-ounce container of strawberries. So I went ahead, chopped them up. I'm going to turn my burner on so they can get going here. And I'm now going to add our Ocean Spray Zero Sugar Cranberry, okay? For the warmed up version, I'm just going to go ahead and use the straight cranberry. But like I said, the mixed berry would be lovely. Whatever you want to go with for that. Okay. I should have opened this before we started because now I'm struggling to get it open. You guys know that's always what happens to me, huh? All right, let me get this open here for you guys. There we go. Now, recipe calls for 4 cups of the juice. There are 8 cups in this container, so I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to do about half of the bottle. You could measure it out if you wanted, but I'm just making a fun drink. I'm not baking or doing anything that requires science, so I think we're good to just eyeball it. I can already smell the strawberries mixing beautifully with the juice. So that's fun. This is going to be a really nice flavor profile here. Okay. So this is warming up. I have my strawberries in there. Other fruit that I'm going to be adding here are some blackberries. I've already washed these up. I'm going to reserve a couple of them for our other drink that we're going to make. So let me just put a couple to the side. Right. And we'll go ahead and put the rest of them in here. Recipe does call for 1 whole container of blackberries. Next up in the way of fruit, we're going to do the frozen fruit direction. So these are just some frozen cherries that have been thawed. All right. Now, we want the juice that comes in this bag. Okay. We want a little bit of that extra cherry feel to blend with the cranberry. It's going to be a nice touch. So don't drain these. Okay. Just put this whole thing in. But I am going to make the other drink, so I'm just going to pull out a couple. I know I won't really have the juice in the bag that I just described, but that's okay. All right. So I pulled out just a couple so we can save it for our other drink. I'm going to put those in there. Okay. And then lastly, in the way of fruit here, we are going to be adding a lime. Okay. Recipe calls to do the juice of half of the lime and then add the slices in from the other half. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll move my cutting board over here. And give me just a second to cut it in half. And then I'll slice it. All right. So we will juice this half in there. If you don't have any limes, and you just have some lime juice on hand that maybe you cook with, That works too. Whatever you got. Okay, put that in there. And now I'm going to slice what I have left. I know you guys can't see me slicing right now, but I am doing it. Okay, let me just do that. And we'll cut them in half. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna put those in. Oh, that one didn't slice very well. You could add more in here if you're someone who really enjoys lime. Um, Whatever you want to do is fine in the way of that. Okay, now the goal is if you would like to kind of muddle these a bit together, I'm just going to use my ladle to do that. You could just use whatever you want, really. It's just to kind of get a little bit of those other juices from those fruits to mix in there with the cranberries. Up to you if you want to do that. Just to mush them together a bit here, okay? It's already looking lovely. It's smelling lovely, but I'm going to let this warm up some more and we will work on our more refreshing version of this drink. So let me move you guys back over, going all over the kitchen here. Okay. So let's make a cold version of this. So over here, I have another glass, and in the bottom, I have a couple of the cut strawberries, and then those cherries that I mentioned that I pulled out of the bag. That's what I have in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just add a blackberry or two. And what I'm doing right now is just making a single serve, right? You could make this in the big punch bowl, as I mentioned in the recipe, but since we are going to use the pink cranberry that come in individual serving size bottles, I thought, let's show you how just to make one. If you're just sitting at home and you just want to make one for yourself, don't have folks coming over, this is a great product to use this for, okay? So once again, this is the pink cranberry one. I think pink cranberry sounds so fun because I'm a, pink girly type person. Um, and pink cranberry juice, it's a blend of regular cranberries and then white and pink cranberries, okay? Some cranberries only reach that stage of pink or white, and Ocean Spray blends them together nicely to get this beautiful pink hue here that you see, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole bottle in there, like so. You could leave it like that, but we're gonna get a little bubbly with putting some seltzer in here. And I'm not gonna muddle this at the bottom. All right. I just thought I'm gonna do that because I want it to stay a little pink. So let me put just a little bit of ice in here. We'll do the seltzer and some lime. So let me move this to the side. We'll get that lime in there. Once again, if you don't have um, limes, you could just do like lime juice that you cook with. I'm not going to squeeze this whole thing in here. Don't worry. Okay. Just a little, just a little. And now I will put the actual lime slices in there. Maybe just one for now. Let me get a little ice. Okay. Over here on my stovetop, this is warming up nicely. Okay. Little ice. All right. Okay, we got our ice in there. You could do more, but just to give it a little something now, we're going to do that lemon lime seltzer in there to make this hot. Okay, just a touch. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, beautiful. Now, I have my straw here. Gonna just get that in mix. We could meddle with the straw if we wanted. I feel like we need this other lime slice in here. We do. Okay, now you might be like, what's going on over here? And I just felt like being a little extra. Have a snack with your mocktail, okay? Something like white cheddar cheese is going to pair very beautifully with not only the cranberries, but the whole mixture of these fruits. So I'm just going to make a little skewer to put with our mocktail. So just doing the white cheddar. I'm going to do a blackberry, and then I'm going to do another white cheddar here. Okay, like so. You can leave that that straw in there. You could do it like this, however you want to do it. Okay, I will show you how beautiful it looks more whenever I switch screens here. But we have that. Let's pan over here to our warmed up version of it. Okay, it's looking good. Give it a mix, and I'll get my mug. Here we are. Okay. And let's ladle a little bit of this in here. Got some strawberries, cherries. Oh, I need that lime. Oh, we'll come back for you. Okay, here we go. Got the fruit in. Let's get some more of the actual juice. Remember, this is made with just the regular cranberry. The cold one was made with the white cranberry. Do a little more in here. Okay. It smells good. We have a warm mocktail. We have a cold mocktail. All right, guys, let me bring my camera back up here for you. I'm going to turn this down before I forget. And let's try these. Okay, let's see. Let's do the cold one first. Here it is. So pretty. Okay, got the little skewer on top. Got my straw. Let's try it. This is the pink cranberry. Oh, it tastes pink. If you could taste pink. It's fun. I love it. It's really good. I enjoy that. You can taste the pink cranberry. And when I say you can taste the pink cranberry, if you haven't had pink cranberry before from Ocean Spray, it's a bit of a smoother, less tart taste than your traditional red cranberries. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely would recommend. But you also get the vibe of the other fruits in there. I'm excited to have the cheese with it in a moment. So we have that one. Let's try the warm one. Oh, it smells good. It feels warm. If you guys know from coffee chat, sometimes I hold my mug just to feel like I'm warm, even if I just have water in it, but this is actually warm. Here we go. Oh, that's also fun. That's really good. And it smells good. This is going to be so nice on this very frigid day to have the rest of them. But two different ways having the Ocean Spray Zero Cranberry, whatever flavor you choose, you can't go wrong. However you want to drink it, also can't go wrong. Really, really lovely. I love them both. And remember, we're having this mocktail, this functional beverage that is giving us some other benefits besides just hydration, which can't beat that, right? So let me reshare my screen here for you guys just to finish up. The directions, once again, are in here for both cold or warm. But this is what we have coming up for the rest of the week. Jenna she's taking charge for the rest of the week here. She's going to be on tomorrow, Wednesday, for our Living Well class, doing an introduction to fueling weight management with both protein and fiber. And then she will finish out the week on Thursday with Behind the Brand and talking all about the Blue Zones Kitchen. So definitely sign up for those if you haven't already. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it and hope that you take care on this very blustery rest of your day. Stay warm out there. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and end our recording and address any questions that are in the Q&A. So if you have any and you haven't put them in there, now's your time. But thank you once again.